which is my quarterly update for my no-buy year. So in my introduction video, I explained how I'm doing my no-buy this year, which is via the point system, similar to a makeup beauty bank that I've seen other YouTubers and project planners using in their low buys. So for every makeup empty that I accumulate, I get 1 point. But I also explained in that intro that my points are actually divided up into 2 types. The first type is a category point. So if I finish up, for example, 1 eyeliner, then I get 1 eyeliner category point. That category point can only be spent on another product within that category. So with an eyeliner category point, I can only buy 1 eyeliner. I can't buy a blush with it. So yeah, that's that. The second type of point is a goal point. So I have made a list in my notebook of how many from each category that I want to finish. So sticking with eyeliners as the example, I want to finish 4 eyeliners this year. So for every eyeliner I finish, I'll get a category point, but when I have 4 empty eyeliners, I will receive 1 goal point for the eyeliner category. Now the goal points can be spent on any products that have also hit their goal. So if I have hit my goal for the number of empties I want in my eyeliner category, and I've also hit it for the lipstick category, then I can use both goal points for 2 lipsticks or 2 eyeliners. But I wouldn't be able to spend those goal points on a category that hasn't hit its goal. So if I hadn't hit my goal for blushes, then I would not be able to buy a blush with a goal point. So the goal points I can spend on more products, like a more range of products, but they're still limited to only those that have hit goal themselves. Now in my introduction video, I did forget to mention about how eyeshadows are going to work in my goal system, because as we all know, eyeshadows are different to other makeup products. There are weaknesses, aren't they? They're our biggest weakness. So with eyeshadows, it's split into 2 different types, 2 different goals. So the first goal is eyeshadows that I want to finish. I have a Pan That palette this year, and in that Pan That palette there are 5 eyeshadow shades. So I put my goal as 5. That doesn't necessarily mean that I have to finish those specific 5 eyeshadow pans to get my points. It's just that's how many I plan to have finished, because that's my Pan That palette. And that's the whole point of Pan That palette, is to finish those shades. But if I was, for example, to finish an eyeshadow pan in another palette, that still counts as a panned palette, a panned pan. Getting myself mixed up there. God knows how you're getting this. I put the goal as 5 eyeshadows to finish because that's how many are in my Pan That palette. But if I happen to finish a pan from another palette, then that still counts as a pan finished. There we go. So that's the first category for eyeshadows. Once I hit those 5 pans of empty eyeshadow pans, then I will get my goal point. Now my goal point for eyeshadow pans finished can purchase me 1 eyeshadow palette of any size. So for the category points for eyeshadow pans finished, I can buy 1 pan of eyeshadow. So if I finish 5 eyeshadow pans, I can buy 5 pans of eyeshadow in any format. I can buy 5 singles, 2 duos and a single, 1 5-pan palette. But I can only buy 5 pans if I finish 5 pans in the category points. But the goal point I will receive from hitting 5 pans and hitting my goal, that can purchase me 1 eyeshadow palette of any size. So that's my goal. My goal is to reach 5 pans this year. The second category for eyeshadows is eyeshadow pans hit. So it's a lot easier to hit pan in an eyeshadow than it is to finish an eyeshadow. So I still want to give myself a slight pat on the back for that, but not so much as a, hey, you finished these pans, well done. So for eyeshadow pans hit, my goal is 20. I want to hit 20 eyeshadow pans this year. I'm already doing really well for this, so I might actually double this to 40, but we'll see where I'm at the 6-month mark. But in regards to the hitting pan category points, I need to hit 20 pans in eyeshadow before I can reach my goal point. So because it's easier to hit pan, I have to hit 5 pans to give myself 1 category point. So 5 pans that have hit pan will get me 1 category point, which will buy me 1 eyeshadow pan. Not palette, pan. So if I hit 20 pans of eyeshadow, then I will have gained myself 4 category points for the hit pan category. So I can purchase 4 eyeshadow pans, a quad, 2 duos, whatever. Once I hit the goal of hitting pan in 20 eyeshadows, then I will get a goal point for that category, and the goal point is again worth 1 eyeshadow palette of any size. So if I hit both goals for eyeshadow pans finished, total number of 5, and eyeshadows that I've hit pan on, total number of 20, then I will have received 2 goal points, and those 2 goal points will buy me 2 eyeshadow palettes of any size. So next year, that's what I can purchase, 2 eyeshadow palettes. No other goal points can purchase me eyeshadow palettes. I'm putting that strict rule on myself because eyeshadows is my biggest number and I need to decrease that, I really do. So no other goal points can be used purchasing eyeshadow palettes, only the eyeshadow category goal points. So yeah, so that is that. That's explaining that in some crazy way. So let's go through the empties that I have managed to make in the first 3 months. Some of these may be spoilers for project pans, but you'll just have to deal with that. So I do have quite a few empties so far. I will say that I have this little tray of products that I have decluttered. Most of those being the red lipsticks from the red lipstick video that I did. I also had to declutter my lip serum from Makeup Revolution. This left me with blisters around my lips. It's gone bad, so do be aware of that. If you have that in your collection and you've had it for more than 6 months, I'd be careful because it left me with blisters all around my lips. It was not good. And then I also decluttered this MAC Pro Longwear paint pot in Moss Definitely, because it is like putting grease on my eyes. So those were some declutters that I've had this first 3 months. So those have definitely helped to reduce my numbers, especially in the lip category. So very happy about that. I've had no primer empties in the first 3 months, which is a shame, so no points there. For foundations though, I have finished 1. This was my Maybelline Superstay foundation. I finished this in a project pan, so I now have 1 foundation category point. My goal is to finish 2 this year, so no goal point for this category, but I am at least halfway there. For concealers, and this is where It may be a spoiler for you, but I have finished my Rimmel Kind and Free concealer. This was in my Rolling 10 Pan project, and I have finished this month. So the goal was just to finish the one this year. This was the only one that I was determined to finish for this year. I didn't think it was going to be finished this early. It only took me 3 months to finish this, but I did. So yeah, I have a goal point for this one because my goal was to finish one. I have finished one, so I have my first goal point. So, but currently, because I've only hit goal on one category, I can only buy a concealer with it. So, but yeah. I can still finish concealers for the rest of the year, so if I do finish another concealer, it will just go as another concealer category point. But the more goals that I hit throughout the year, then that goal point can be spent on something else, and not just another concealer. But at this point, I can only spend it on a concealer. Obviously, I'm not spending any of my points because I'm in a no-buy year. All the points that I'm accumulating now are for my low buy in 2025. So these points will come into play at the beginning of 2025 for spending them, if you know what I mean. I'm not spending any of these points this year. They're just accumulating and building up for the start of 2025. Okay, the next category I have accumulated a point on is my setting powders. So this is the collection pressed powder. It's all gone. So I have one setting powder category point. Very happy with that. No more empties now until we hit the lip category. And oh, I forgot to mark you in. Okay, so for lipstick, I have managed to finish one. So this is my mini MAC Velvet Teddy lipstick. There's a little tiny nubbin at the top there, but it's literally scraping as I'm applying it, so I'm calling that one done. But yeah, that is a lipstick out of my collection the right way, by using it up. So that is one lipstick category point. My goal is to finish 2, so I just need to finish 1 more. And hopefully I can do that before the 6-month mark, maybe. I'm pretty close to finishing another lipstick, but yeah, we shall see. The next one is lip glosses, and my goal for this is to finish 4, and I have already finished 2. So the first one is my mini W7 clear lip gloss, which ended up not being clear in the end. And then the other one was my Revolution sheer gloss in Gone Rogue. That was finished as well. So I have 2 lip glosses category points, and we're halfway to my goal. So that's good news. And next we have eyeliners. My goal, as I said earlier, was to finish 4. I have finished 2. So they're both from Beauty Bay. One is in the shade Deep, and then the other one is in the shade Vanilla. So Deep was like a blue-black sort of shade, and Vanilla was, well, a creamy shade. I really like these. I'm very close to I'm very close to finishing my 3rd Beauty Bay eyeliner. These actually go relatively quickly, I found. They are the twisty up ones. Don't know why I'm showing you, because I've finished it, but they are the twist up ones, and these are going relatively quickly on me. So yeah, I do have a 3rd one in Ice Lemonade. There's just a little nubbin of it left because it was in a project pan, so I can see that one being finished fairly soon. So I am definitely well on my way to finishing 4 eyeliners this year. The next category that I have some empties on, I'm very excited because this has been a long time in the making. I've been working on these products for years, and I finally have 2 cream eyeshadows finished. So cream, stick and liquid eyeshadows are all in the same category, and my goal is to finish 3 this year, and I have finished 2 in the first 3 months. So excited for this. Normally, whenever I have managed to finish a cream eyeshadow, I've only ever been able to finish 1 a year. So to have finished 2, I'm so happy with myself. They're both sad empties though, because I really love both of these products. So the first one is my MAC Painterly paint pot. My MAC paint pot in Painterly. It is all gone. I use this as an eyelid base, and I really loved it. It was so beautiful, and I really do miss it. So I really want to repurchase this, but I'm on a no buy. But the second one is my Colourpop Super Shock eyeshadow in Issa. You know my love for this. It is all gone. I did manage to finish it all up, but the good news with this one is I do have a backup of this one. So this one is not gone out of my collection. I'm just now able to use the newer one, so much creamier and not as dry and flaky as this one got in the end. So 2 out of 3, which is my goal for this year. So very excited about that. I'm not sure which one, another third one that I could finish, but I'll have to have a look at that and see what I can do with that. So that is 2 category points for the cream eyeshadows. The next empty is my Morphe setting spray. This is the mini continuous setting mist. Now I liked the idea of this, and don't get me wrong, being able to just spray like this instead of constantly having to, you know, was great. But this was like hairspray. This was like, it smelled like hairspray, it felt like hairspray. I will not be repurchasing this one. I did not like this at all. At least with the ones that you spritz on yourself, they at least feel like they're water, you know. This one just felt like hairspray, and I'm not about that. So I will not be repurchasing this one again. My goal is to finish 2 this year, so I am halfway there already. So we're doing well with empties. The next one is for nail polish or nail treatments. They are all together. My goal is to finish 4, and I've managed to finish 1. So this was the Essie Apricot Cuticle Oil. So just a little bit left in the bottom there. I'm thinking I might refill this bottle with some oil that I have that is meant to be for your feet. I figure, you know, if it's for your feet, it's going to be good for your nails. So yeah, I might refill this bottle and use it, because it was a really handy little bottle to have. But yeah, I have finished 1. So I still need to finish 3 more, but yeah, I at least have 1 category point for nail polishes or nail treatments. I don't buy nail polishes as often as I used to, but you know, if I see one I like, I now have 1 category point which I can spend on nail polish if I so wish next year. Moving on to the eyeshadow category. As I said earlier, I have 2 eyeshadow categories. The first one is pans to finish. Goal is 5, as I said earlier, and I have actually managed to finish 1 pan already. So this is my Sleek All Night Long palette, and this shade here was a dark brown, a matte dark brown, and I was using this in my brows. I finished it off today with this look, so I have finished 1 pan of eyeshadow. This pan was finished a few years ago in Pan That Palette, but this one was finished today, so I have my first eyeshadow pan finished for the category, so very excited about that one. And then I don't have the palettes here to show you, but just take my word for it. In the category to hit pan in eyeshadows, my goal is to hit 20 pans of eyeshadow, and I did say earlier that I'm very close to that already, and we've only had the first 3 months of the year, so I'm thinking of maybe doubling this to 40. Let me know what you think. Should I double it to 40 because I'm so close to hitting it now? Because so far I have hit pan in 14 eyeshadows. 14 in the first 3 months of the year. I am pretty happy with that. Some of those have been in my Pan That palette. Some of those have been in my 50 Shades of Gold. Some of them have been from Pan Those eyeshadows. But yeah, 14 pans have been hit in the first 3 months of the year, and my goal is to hit 20. That means I only have to hit 6 more pans and I've hit my goal, and I get to buy myself a palette next year. Do you think I should double it? You know, because that's on average about 4 to 5 pans I'm hitting a month, which means that in 1 more month I could have hit goal. You know, I don't know. Should I make it a little bit harder for myself? I didn't think it was going to be that easy to hit those pans, but I guess I've just been really focused on hitting pan in the first 3 months of this year. I don't know. Let me know what you think. Am I being too harsh on myself by doubling that number? Or should I just stick to what I've said it's going to be, 20, and just stick with that, and then just give myself the palette next year? Yeah, let me know what you think. So that is my update for my empties, for my goal scoring. I feel like I'm playing football. But yeah, I'm quite happy. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 empties already so far this year. Very happy with that in the first 3 months. And some declutters as well, so that's definitely going to lower my numbers. I will say, however, that some of my numbers will have gone up from my December makeup inventory, because I did not include what I got in December for Christmas and in my advent calendars, because I wanted my makeup inventory in December to be used as one of my videos for my 12 days. Bless me. I wanted the video to be used as one of the 12 days of beauty videos that I put up before Christmas. I didn't count my makeup advent calendars, products, and what I got for Christmas in my makeup inventory back in December. So what I got then in the month of December was not counted in my makeup inventory, so it has increased my numbers. So some of my numbers will have increased from my last makeup inventory, but I can categorically tell you with my hand on my heart, is it that side? I can't remember, left or right. Anyway, I have not bought a single piece of makeup since January the 1st, 2024. So I'm very pleased with that, very pleased. Spent a lot of money on other things, but not makeup, and that's okay, because the other things I can use up. Makeup is a lot slower to use up. So that is my update for you. I hope you've enjoyed it. How are you doing with your no buy this year? Are you on a no buy? Are you on a low buy? I've seen a few people using the same category points that I'm doing, which is good to hear. I'm glad that I've inspired some people, but yeah, I'm happy with what I'm doing so far. I'm very happy. Let's see how the next 3 months go. In the next 3 months, I will also be doing my makeup inventory for my mid-year check-in. So in June, you'll get my makeup inventory as well as my update for the no buy as well. So yeah, to subscribe to make sure that you don't miss out on those videos up and coming, as well as my project pan updates in between here and then. So thank you very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed the video. If you have, then please like, comment and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. Bye bye.